So Advent is a time of hope and joy. And on this second Sunday of Advent, we are encouraged to keep up our hope, not to give up, but to keep up our hope. And our hope is in the coming of the Lord. He comes for us as a saviour, as a healer, as the Prince of Peace. And we know how much we need peace in our world today. We need peace between nations, we need peace to resolve conflict between nations. We need peace in our country as well, with all the industrial disputes that are going on. And we need peace in our hearts because we know that sin is the enemy of this peace. And the Prince of Peace is coming, the Lord, who is the one who saves us from sin. I think that Advent is a time of joy also, because it's not a time of penance, even though we are wearing purple for this season of Advent. It's not like Lent, which is a time of fasting, and it is a time of prayer, of special prayer for the coming of the Lord. And as I've said, we realize our need for the Lord who is to come. But it's not really a time of penance. It's a time of joy because we realize how wonderful is this gift of God to us. At Christmas we are going to give gifts to one another, but we receive the greatest gift from God, which is the gift of his Son. And this fills us with joy, really. Of course, we're always happy when we receive something, when we get a gift, but we should be really happy that the Lord wants to come to us. And he came once in Bethlehem, born of the Virgin Mary. That is what we are hoping for. That we know that that has already been realized, but he comes again into our hearts at any time that we are ready to open the door of our hearts to him and say, "Come, Lord, come. Maranatha, come, Lord, come." And we realize also that we're not really worthy of the coming of the Lord. In fact, one of the first Gospels of this season of Advent tells us about the centurion, the Roman centurion, who asks the Lord to come and cure his servant. And Jesus says, "Yes, I will come and cure him." And he says, "Well, you don't need to come. You only have to say, and your word will cure this servant." And Jesus is astonished by the faith of this person who is not a Jew, who is not of his own religion, but and in whom Jesus can see this faith that is there. And that's a great lesson for us, I think, that we are to see the goodness all around us. Even amidst the turmoil in which we are living, there is goodness. And we see that in Ukraine, the willingness of people to accept those who are suffering and to help them. We see that in Liverpool also, that the Archdiocese of Liverpool has sent, on several occasions, has sent help to the people in Ukraine. and they have driven this help, this material need, these material goods to satisfy the needs of the Ukrainians, to help them. They have driven long distances to Ukraine to deliver this in person. So all this fills us with hope and joy as we continue this period of Advent leading up to Christmas. I think a last word would be perseverance. We are not to give up hope. We are to keep on hoping, because that is what the Lord expects of us.